Hi, good afternoon. My name is Daniel Gonzalez, and I'm CEO of Aldea Solutions, now Vivero Media. We are a group of people, talented engineers, and very dedicated technicians that take care of all the transmission of video and also the production of basically for sports and the media in the media industry. And I'm gonna give you a quick introduction to what remote production is and how we tackle it in the group of Vivero. Now, we believe in extraordinary. We have done it through the years. We were the first to do transmissions of video through fiber optics back in the early 2000s, and we continue to expand our network. And now we're entering into the video services arena. Now, in many situations, the humanity, we tackle problems and we solve them, but some things stay the same for a long time. We have done, bread. It's you put some flour, some water, and it hasn't changed for thousands of years. But there's other people that use technology and bring new ways of doing things that were not possible to be done. Like, for example, in the case of SpaceX, nobody thought it was possible to reuse the rockets, and now it's something that we see it as a common thing and a daily thing, and it helps us. It will help the humanity someday to become interplanetary species. Now, in the case of the technology, we need to see things differently. We need to break the paradigms, and that's what we're trying to do now with remote production. Now, remote production, it's a reality right now. We're going to talk very briefly about what it is, about how we do it, and why we do it. Okay? But just to start with, what is remote production? Is the way of doing a democratic production. So most of the events that were not able to be distributed before, with the use of remote production and the new cloud and streaming the platforms, it's able to be done in a very cost-effective way. So regional sports that were not covered before, now they're available to the public in a very economical way. Now, so no matter what the size of your company and no matter what the size of your audience, now you're able to do the delivery of this content to your group. Now, if we look at how the production of sports has been done through the years, we basically can break it down into the OV band that is at the stadium, where you do all the switching, graphics, storage, all the clipping, and then you produce signal back to the broadcasters using SNG satellite distribution. Now, this is a model that, as you can see, uses a lot of people at the venue, and you need to move your equipment around. That it's very costly, and sometimes it's not possible to do all that you want with one equipment. You have to be moving it around in order to deliver to your audience. Now, with the new model is very simple. Now you're going to have very light equipment, kits of equipment based in the venues, and you're going to be bringing a smaller group of people in order to be bringing the signals to a production center and then doing the distribution to the broadcasters using cloud technology, using fiber optics. Okay? Now, in the why we do it, when we look at the remote production, we look at the advantages of this technology. And one of the things is, to start with, you reduce expenses of the people. Obviously, you're going to have to send some people to the venue, but you don't need to send all the crew that you used to have. You can keep some of the crew at the central location. Also, you don't need to rent the big OB bands. You can have your own production equipment based on the central location. And obviously, you also don't need to have the satellite segment that you used to have, because the production center is going to be connected by fiber, and it can be easily, the signal can be easily distributed using fiber optics or public internet. Now, also another big advantage that you have is the optimization of resources. In this case, the team that is doing the production, that is your production staff, they can be doing one after another event instead of having to travel all the way, losing all that time. Now, the production equipment is a big save, because you can use the same equipment, and that also brings the advantage of having a standard production, standard quality. Some of the clients that we are talking with, they say, I don't care if it even costs me a little bit more than the traditional production, but having a standard product for me changed it all. Instead of buying from different vendors in different locations, having one standard unified quality of the transmission makes a big difference for them. And after all, this is an ecological friendly, because you save a lot of traveling, you save a lot of moving of equipment, and that also helps the environment. Now, how do we do it? We're going to break this into several parts, and the first one is what we do at the venue. Basically, you need to have the camera crew that you usually are going to hire locally. You're going to have people that are going to help you with the cameras, and you need to provide to them intercommunication. You need to provide them the queue with the tally, and you need to have encoding and decoding equipment. Now, this would not be possible if you didn't have a reliable and diversified way of connecting your venue. It's really important that you always have the diverse ways of connecting the venue in order to maintain always the connectivity to the production center. And for this, you can use technology as dedicated fiber that can be connected directly to the stadium. In the case, some countries, like for example in Chile, we already have fiber connected to many of the stadiums, like 30 stadiums in Chile, and these locations are already being connected with Aldea's now Vivaro technology. The other alternative is the public internet connectivity that allows to have an alternate way of doing the contribution, and also as a third way of bringing the signals, you can use bonded cellular. With those three ways, you can maintain and guarantee that the signals are going to arrive to the destination at the production center. Now, in the production center is where you're going to concentrate most of the brains of the solution, where you're going to be doing encoding and decoding, return feeds that have to be sent to the venue. Very important is the frame synchronization and the delay control. So when you're doing the switching between cameras, the video is steady, and you have the same effect as if you were outside of the venue. Also, video and audio control, all the mixing, and also all the commentary insertion that does not necessarily has to be either at the venue or the production center. It can come from a third location. You have the camera control in order to control the color of the cameras, to control the lighting. Intercom, that is extremely important to have the communication with the crew at the venue. Obviously graphics and the playout and storage that are crucial. Now, in order now that you have that at a central location, at the production center, you can, since the location is usually very well connected with fiber, you can use fiber or you can use SRT technologies in order to deliver your content, or to bring it to a teleport in order to distribute in a remote area from where the event is produced. Now, this is a game changer for the industry, and it's here to stay. We provide tailored solutions for clients based on the specific requirements. And as an example, we have the basketball league, the National Basketball League of Chile, where we have been doing production with 6 cameras from 12 venues and more than 250 events per year. We're doing full HD. The connectivity is redundant and diverse through different technologies. We do the production at our production center. In this case, it's in Santiago, Chile, and we have this location connected to our network, so it is very easy to distribute to other broadcasters in Chile or abroad. Another example that we have is what we did in the Junior Pan American Games in Cali last year, where we did the remote production from a remote location from different venues inside of Cali, and we did more than 200 hours of production with very high quality standards for 9 different sports. On top of that, we also did the coverage and remote production of the opening and closing ceremonies. This is just a quote from one of our clients, that is Michael Mueller from Panam Sports. They were very pleased with our services, and now we're continuing doing these services for them for other events that are happening in the Latin American region. Now, the thing about remote production is that we rearrange all the way that we do with the flow of the production using new technologies, taking advantage of the network that we have, taking advantage of all the knowledge of our teams, all the infrastructure that we have in order to provide services that are reliable, that are the same quality that you will notice from our traditional production with an Obi band from the stadium, and that can be easily distributed without the hazards of bringing antennas. Satellite distribution can be done very easily using our technology. And if you're interested if you have any questions and you're interested in knowing a little bit more about how we do these services, I'll be glad to talk to you. We're here in the booth in Aldea. We're right behind this booth over here, and we'll be happy to talk to you and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.